And it's the second week of Name in Progress. While we are doing 2 weeks in between episodes, we want to welcome everybody back to Name in Progress with Dadakar, Lanyard, and of course White Sword. I told Lanyard earlier in the week, after sending out a bunch of games I knew was going to aggravate people to no end whatsoever.
The logger.
I was going to call today's episode "Playing with Your Balls" because I sent everybody a copy of Spectra Ball, and I was everybody make sure you play this game. And I knew it was going to drive Lanyard apeshit. I fucking knew one of you wouldn't, prick.
I installed it. I didn't get to play it. I ended up playing. Ended up playing the Rolling Rock one instead. So Rock of Ages.
But we want to thank everybody for all their comments last week. Definitely a big show of support. Well over 100 downloads of our newest episode. Just to start for the Name in Progress program, and of course, well into 400 views overall. So I'm really happy to see the response to that. I'm going to cover housekeeping in just a moment, but I want to start off by making sure we thank our sponsor, Audible, audibletrial.com/Sith Talk, where you can get a free 30 days of Audible if you've never tried it, and of course a free book. If you decide to sign up, that'll be $15 for Audible and a little bit of cash in our tills as well. And, of course, making sure that we are able to maintain both the Sith Talk and the Name in Progress site is very important to us. So we will thank you for any contributions up front in advance. In far as books go, really haven't been doing a lot. I actually listened to The Blue Carbuncle again because I absolutely loved that book on my Audible. And, of course, because I've burnt through my zombie series a couple times, I'm actually back to listening to my... there it goes, playing on itself, son of a bitch. The Infected series by Scott Sigler, which I still think is one of the best horrorcore series I've ever listened to.
Which you can get for free, too. But get it on Audible because of us.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, am I fucking up our own plug?
Well, you can
only get it on audible.com.
You can't get it for free if you...
No, you can't. You can't get it for free. You cannot go to Scott Sigler's website and get it for free.
Well, you can also get it from iTunes. But if you cheat...
Don't tell them!
But if you truly enjoy it, definitely pick it up on Audible. I've listened to it not less than 10 times per book. As a free podcast, and I've listened to it 10 times since on both books, that being Infected and Contagious, and I pray to God that Scott Sigler will be inspired to do a third series. It's actually inspired me to wish to get a tattoo that my wife says will never make love to me again if I get. Tattoo's kind of questionable. But I told her I wanted to get this great tattoo of a triangle-shaped alien with an eyeball
sticking out of it
to wrap around my biceps. Not that they're big biceps. I mean, these are tiny biceps.
Yes.
They're nothing, Yeah. But I thought it'd be cool to have, a little shoulder piece. But definitely check out the audibletrials.com.
Well, you could have always the tattoo on the shoulder. I don't see why that would be a problem. Now, if you were tattooing it on your fucking Johnson, that would probably be a little weird.
That's an important part of the book, and that's why people need to listen to it. But no, I mean, it's just that the idea is that it's a black blue, and it's an alien eyeball staring out of my shoulder, and it's supposed to...
Isn't it 3 eyeballs, though? It's 3 eyeballs.
1 eyeball.
I think it's 3.
It's 1. It's 1.
Okay.
1 eyeball per...
Now you're gonna have to make me listen to the book again just to prove you wrong.
I know you're wrong. I don't think there's no proving of anything. I am absolutely.
Did you see that head shake? Oh, I know you're wrong.
I know, motherfucker.
Don't you dare mess with me because I'm gonna tell you, girl, because I don't play that game. You know it only had 3 eyes, but not 1.
Yeah, I am well inundated in Sigler, so there's no chance. But, the other things that are fun this week is ESO actually announced their beta induction process, so they're actually going through and starting to accept beta invites for Elder Scrolls Online, which is very, very big for any MMO player or any online player. Not only MMO, but RPGs. Bethesda is a huge company. They've given us so many great games already through Elder Scrolls. They're introducing an amazing change to gameplay in the fact that there are no task bars. There's the simple attacks, and then the talent system as they have it in game, the fighting system as they have it in game. As far as playing with our balls this week, I went ahead and finally got Lanyard a copy of Rock of Ages, and I got Lanyard, myself, my nephew, and of course White Sword a copy of Spectra Ball, which it's Spectra Ball HD. A lot of fun. The game's been around for a while, but I couldn't help but play it. There's just something about marble-based games that make me more interested. And it was a jumpy puzzle thing, so I was really hoping Lanyard would have played it so that you guys could find out just how bad he flips out when it comes to having to make jumps.
Oh.
There's one map, and I want to say it's the desert. It might be the first jungle map, where as you're jumping up, there's a rotating propeller basically. It's got like 8 different propellers on it. You have to jump from one to the other.
Oh, that's
and
bullshit.
One false move
That's bullshit. No. That would
gotta play it.
No, that would drive me fucking out.
Gotta.
That would drive me. Hey, listen, I failed. I stopped playing video games long ago when I couldn't play fucking Mario Brothers because of all the damn jumping. And once all these other games started adding all this fucking jumping shit, yeah, I had to get rid of it. So no, I can't handle that.
But you got to jump in SOTOR, and you were playing
Yeah,
that.
I know,
You got to jump in every game. Personally,
yeah,
if a game doesn't have to.
Once we got to the point where I had to jump on a pipe and then jump onto another pipe that was which was 10 feet 10 feet above me, 5 feet in front of me, and I had exactly 3 inches of space to run and jump on.
This is coming from the guy who got every hologram.
I didn't get everyone.
You got most of them, and all of them were fucking
hard. That was because Dat was there.
There.
That was because Dat was there, and he would jump up and then just pull me up. I mean, that was make sure you're on your one that can grapple me up here because or force sleep to him. That's the only way I could do it.
On the Republic side, I had to duel him on Nolani and then harpoon him upwards towards me.
Yep.
And on Naga, I actually had to use the forceful that she has.
Right, and the same thing with Tatooine. I could not do this one on Tatooine either.
He's almost as good at fail jumping as Pseudo is.
I think jumping needs to be in every game, and if your game doesn't have jumping, then you're out. Because if I can't sit here for 4 hours when I'm bored and sit here and nonstop jump, then you're done. That was the one main reason I hated Guild Wars. You couldn't jump. You can't jump. What the fuck? I can jump in Minecraft, but I can't jump in Guild Wars.
But we want to make sure we give some shout outs to you guys who supported us and gave us some comments there on the YouTube.
On the tube,
over on the Sith Talk site, Devin Swanson said, "Awesome show, all the banter of Sith Talk plus White Sword and more banter. Keep them coming." So definitely want to say thank you to Devin. Let's see, over on the White Sword page, of course, it said, "Hey guys, what do you think of Elder Scrolls Online?" To be honest, Elder Scrolls Online looks really phenomenal.
I still haven't looked into it.
The trailer looks phenomenal.
Yeah, all the WoW trailers look phenomenal.
It looks good, but we're not going to play like that. We're not going to have guys coming through the ground.
If WoW Cataclysm was anything like its trailer, I would have fucking.
How would you know? You don't even play Cataclysm.
No, I did play Cataclysm.
Or, I mean, I thought you said Mist.
No, the intro to Mist looked like a bad Panda movie.
Actually started out really good.
We're not even going to get into that argument.
It started out really good. It started out really good. The orc beating up on the human, and they were beating each other up. That was fucking killer. But then when the panda shows up and spits out his
drunken panda beats the shit out of everybody.
Yeah,
he's a panda.
Hey, hold on, Kevin. Did you notice though? The whole attack mechanism in the video,
Tekken.
Wasn't it reminiscent? No, not of Tekken. In Mortal Kombat for the Xbox 360, they had a drunken monk, and one of his attacks was puke.
In Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
I remember the drunken.
There was no drunken guys in Mortal Kombat.
There was a monk that puked. Fucking Google it. I guarantee.
I remember
because my nephew, that was the only combo my nephew could memorize in that entire game.
That's another reason why I don't like console games combos. Like up down, left right, A B.
Mortal Kombat 3.
I don't remember which Mortal Kombat it was. I want to say it was like Deadly Alliance or something like that.
Yeah, well, I remember the drunken guy in Tekken. That was the guy I liked.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
I love playing that drunken kung fu.
Yeah, I want to say it was Annihilation because it was one of the last big releases for them, and one of the monk actually blew chunks out of the floor.
Messed up.
Bo Ross Cho.
Yes. It's got to be that one.
Yeah, whatever. Well, by then Mortal Kombat sucked anyways.
Well, yeah.
Well, the only thing that was cool about Mortal Kombat was
the characters as opposed to live capping, mo-capping them.
Mortal Kombat 3 and 4 were the best ones.
The only cool thing about Mortal Kombat was the song that came out.
Yeah, I have that.
And the come here. That was it. That was the only cool.
That's the only thing my wife ever got right was she memorized the combo.
Yeah, it was just forward back. I think it's like come here.
I have the game soundtrack, which is the best because it's Johnny Cage is alive.
Johnny Cage is
Johnny Cage.
There's a guy who had next to no fucking skill
whatsoever. Wasn't he like the first guy to get knocked out in the movie?
He was just as bad as Jax was in the movie.
Jax was terrible. And then they ruined it in the second movie. We were like, I'm Jax.
Wait, there was a second movie?
Yeah, yes. That's when they had Ketchup and
I saw the first and the second movies in the theaters.
Is it one of those movies where it's like, okay, the first one was good, so you go to see the second one that was bad. No. They come out with a third one, and you're like, this will be better.
The second one was more about Kano and Sonya. And
they were like, hey, we forgot some characters from the other games. We better make another movie. Fuck. Because they put Goro in there, and Goro just looks like complete shit.
Yeah, he looks better in the
first movie. It was, okay, we're going to take the best of the world's fighters and kill them all in Mortal Kombat so that we can take over from the Dark Realm. And then the Dark Realm movie was all of these guys using Raiden's
Second Realm, I think it is, not Dark Realm.
What the fuck ever. And
look, I love Mortal Kombat.
You didn't know about the Drunken Monk. Don't tell me you love Mortal Kombat. Because you know what?
By then it wasn't Mortal Kombat. It was all about money. It was like, so I don't care.
It was all about unlocking 400 tombstones.
Well, see, as long as it's not one of those movies that ends up being
because unlocking the tomb things was best because then I didn't unlock Jax because I fucking hated Jax, and if you didn't unlock Jax, you didn't fight him or you couldn't be him.
But it was one of the first games to actually troll people because of the fact that you could unlock Tombstone and it was completely fucking worthless.
Yeah, and you'd spend hours there trying to unlock them, and
you'd be trying to unlock all these combat coins and rolling through the game. Thank God for Game Genie.
Yeah, right.
After
plug that bitch in and.
No, there was a game hack for it because I used it.
Yeah, there was Game Shark for the PlayStation.
Game Shark for the PlayStation. I remember.
I had the GameCube 2 at the time, and I remember playing it on GameCube 2.
Game Genie was.
That would have been a Game Shark 2 because the Game Genie was only for the Nintendo. Oh no, they made a Super Nintendo too.
Didn't they make one for Genesis though, or wasn't there something similar to Genesis?
That was the Game Shark.
Yeah, because
I think I have the Game Genie in storage. Actually, it's one of the things, and an instruction guide for almost every game that I have.
Well, that's helpful.
How bad it is.
That's helpful.
But what was it? Somebody asked you. Somebody was directing one at Lanyard. McBlemon, he said, "Oh my God, World of Battleships! Seriously?
Yep.
Holy shit! If that's true, I can't wait."
Yep. So I posted on there. Look up wargaming.net. It's got the battleships, World of Warships. I think is what it's going to be called because there is a World of Battleships already, and then or vice versa, something like that. But it's not related. And then of course they've got World of Planes and then World of Tanks, which they just came out with 8.3. They've introduced the Chinese tank line. Woohoo!
Awesome.
Yeah.
Did they go ting tong ting bong?
No, but that's
racist. Soldiers in the same name.
The low end tanks are crap, but you've got to battle through to get to the high end tanks because the heavy Chinese, man, you can't. They're like
dude. Racist is Michael's constant joke of how do Chinese people name their children? They throw pots and pans down the stairs.
That's racist too.
Throw spoons
right now.
I was saying throw spoons.
That's racist.
I was saying throw spoons, but is throw spoons Taiwanese or is that?
No, that's throwing change.
Look, this isn't right. We're three white guys, and your guys are making racist jokes, and I've got a bald head. You're going bald, and you're almost there. Jesus criminy.
And
going gray, not bald.
Brother Epic, too, said he actually enjoyed this. So thank you, Brother Epic, for actually enjoying us.
Like, I know. I read that and I was like, he actually enjoyed it. Like he was gonna suffer through it, just because Well, I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad.
Usually White Sword puts out shit. And
it's kind of like his girlfriend made him watch it. His girlfriend made him watch it, and he wasn't gonna enjoy it, but he's watching it because his girlfriend. And at the very end, he's, well, that wasn't too bad.
Do you remember the mega?
Kind of like watching a really bad chick flick movie, and you're like, hey, that wasn't so bad.
Do you remember the mega pull that Kevin did on his paladin and was forgetting that he could heal himself? He mega pulled. Was it Blackrock Depths?
Yes.
And as they came in, he forgot he could heal himself. Oh shit! I could have healed. He didn't bother to heal. He just kept trying to smite and smash. It's fucking hilarious because he was like 80 at the time in decent gear. It was a great video. Let's see. Amp says, last 15 seconds of the show, take over the outro greatness, especially Dat at the end. Yes. I don't mind the show name you currently have. Maybe it can make an obscure reference to older games to be had. Let's see. I thought of Lost Vikings watching this, and I don't know why.
I think Lost Vikings, isn't that Blizzard's first video game, Lost Vikings?
Yeah, it's one of Blizzard's early games.
In fact, if you pull up the Lost Vikings, you'll recognize the dwarves that are running around in there, the Vikings, because they look exactly like the dwarves that are
the best race in WoW.
Yeah, well,
no, Tauren.
No, come on. Dwarves are awesome, dude. They like to dig.
Tauren are the most noble. I think
Tauren are the best.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about noble. I just like the Tauren
because they were on the wrong side of the planet. We already discussed it. Humanoids hate anything that's not a humanoid.
What about the Night Elves? They got the Night Elves. They got the Draenei. They have the Wolf people.
They have the
Draenei. They got the gnomes. Well, that's more
wolf people.
The wolf people, the Worgen?
The Worgen, yeah.
The Worgen only accepted them because they're dumbasses.
They had to put Worgen in because everybody was begging for to play the goblins since fucking patch 1. And so they said, okay, we're finally going to put the goblins in, but we're not going to give you the goblins that we have. We're going to fucking redo them. And
well, it's because we didn't have anything on Horde side that was equivalent to having a dwarf road. Like, they were impossible to fucking target, so we needed something equivalent.
I think the best thing that came out with the goblins, it was awesome that the goblins came out, because I've been wanting to play those forever anyway.
I like the goblins. And as soon as they came out, I swapped over.
I didn't mind the redesign of the goblins either. That was actually pretty. But the best part about the goblins was the male dance.
You don't like the Beyonce dance? I like the Beyonce dance.
The Soldier Boy was fucking kick-ass.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Especially when you got the cape and it kicks the cape out. That's awesome.
I know that I paid straight away. As soon as the game launched, everyone said that you couldn't. They weren't going to let you race change right off the bat. And I logged in and I was like, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And I went in and changed.
I changed my hunter because at the time I moved to Sue server because nobody was playing, so I moved to Sue server to play with Sue. Yeah. No, it was after the Frostwolf thing. It was. Whatever. I can't remember. Anyways, I moved over there with her and Nikki, and then I paid because around that time, and I was going to change into a Worgen because they were Alliance, and they said, or no, what was I going to change into? I was going to change. Oh no, they said that you weren't going to be able to change, so I just went ahead and went with an Orc, and I called them up the next day, and I was like, "What the fuck, man? You guys said you weren't going to change, and the next day you allow everybody to change." He's like, "Oh, okay." He's all looking. He's all, "Oh, you did call yesterday and pay for this yesterday." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Yep.
So they gave me a free
change.
Class change.
Nice.
Kevin, let's face it. You've raced and race changed your characters and sex changed them so many times. At that point, they were just like, give him a freebie because this motherfucker's gonna bitch.
His poor fucking characters. His poor character's got such a fucking identity complex.
God. You know what? That's the one tab.
Doesn't know if it's female. Doesn't know if it's male. Am I Horde? Am I Alliance?
I've only done the sex change once. Everything else has been faction or class. Never do a name change because I know how to trick that, so I don't do that.
Yeah, yeah, that's easy.
Let's see. Alade said it's cool. It's good. Simple, I guess. And then Conarders, who we've had who follows us on Sith Talk, said, "Cool shit, guys. Keep it up. Doing my schoolwork to this shit was shit. Haha." Yeah. So I don't know if this is really conducive to doing schoolwork, but okay.
+2 is 4.
Yes. Yep.
I mean 5.
What?
What?
It's 5.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Sure, why not? We'll go with that.
I don't know.
But no, I've been trying to get games on that fucking that game site Steam games and
the contest site.
I haven't won a fucking thing yet. I got that one Magic Drop game and it's meh, but I spent so much time playing Spectre Ball and all of my low end games. I actually for the first time since I bought it, played Binding of Isaac. That game is bullshit.
No, I really like Binding of Isaac. It just sucks because you die and you just lose everything and you start over. And then there's a weird thing, like having no health gives you more power, but having lower health makes you die quicker. There's like all this weird shit in that game. I watch other people play. That's the only way I can play because I can't. I love it. I love the idea behind the game. I think it's really fucked up. The reason Isaac is in the basement. Have you seen that, Lanyard? Why he's in the basement?
I don't even know the game you're talking about.
His mom's trying to kill him because Jesus is talking to her on the TV, and so he goes and he hides in the basement and...
Just leave the house? I don't know. Why would you go to the basement? They can still get to you.
Because God said, you need to kill Isaac to show that you love me, so he's like... What the fuck? Oh, there's a secret trap door, and he goes underground, and it's literally like the first Zelda, all the different rooms. It's a lot of fun, but it's also kind of a weird fucking game.
It's also a very trolly game.
Yeah, to a point.
Well, I mean, because there's some parts of the game where, like, you go and you think you're getting a power-up, or you can run into this one cash machine, right? And the one cash machine will either give you points or just take your health for shit.
Oh, that's a blood bank, though.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed. You're sacrificing blood for money.
I don't give a shit what it says I'm sacrificing.
Well, you can go in there.
You could get blood, you could get money, you could get nothing, you could get your blood back, you could get your money back, you might not get shit.
Might die.
Yeah.
I've been playing APB for the last 2 weeks.
I've played that.
Apparently, I guess it's called APB Reloaded, because apparently when they launched it the first time, it fell apart and disappeared, and now it's back.
Well, when they launched it, it wasn't free to play.
Right. That's everybody said. It started
out buy to play. It was subscription based, and when they went free to play, they named it Reloaded. Yeah. And now anybody can play it.
And it's not bad. I absolutely suck at shooter games. It does
require a decent video card, though.
Yeah, and I absolutely suck at shooter games. I mean,
is it a shooter game? I know. In the beginning when that game first came out, they contacted a lot of YouTubers, and so you could get like certain YouTubers' skins in the actual game, or shirts or whatever their logo is.
This game has got. If you're a customizer, like you like to customize, you want to be unique. This game is top shelf for customizing. You can customize.
I don't know. Does it beat City of Heroes? Because that was some pretty damn good customization. City of Heroes,
but okay, this is the stuff you can customize. You can customize your character, face, hair, height, weight, all that type of shit, right? Okay, but and it's pretty detailed in customizing. I mean, it's really detailed in customizing your character alone. You can customize your clothing. And I'm not talking, oh, I want a black shirt, oh, I want a red shirt, oh, I want a green shirt. You can go through and you can put symbols on it. You can make your own symbols. So you get onto like this little paint type thing and you can put whatever.
That's cool.
And put it on your shirt. You can make it out of that. You can customize virtually every piece of clothing that you can wear. Socks, boots, shoes, pants, underwear, everything.
Tattoos.
And you know what? It's stuff like that's like you might like, oh, that's way too much. There's no reason to have.
No,
it makes it so cool for the fact that you can customize your character to the point that you can actually just make yourself
completely unique,
just the way you are.
Yeah, and I did. I
saw your picture on the thing.
Very similar to as close as I could to the way I look, because there is certain limitations. I can only.
Can I make fat characters?
Yes. I could have made myself a lot heavier. I made one of my girlfriend on there. It looks identical to her. And the only reason I made that one.
You shouldn't say girlfriend and have your arms like that, because she probably would. You should be like my girlfriend, not my girlfriend.
I'm talking with my hands.
Ooh,
anyways, she sat here and was helping me design it. But you can customize your weapons. You can customize your weapons so you can get your weapons different colors or have flags on it or whatever. You can customize your car to the point where
American flag.
Everything. You can customize your car, paint jobs, icons, whatever. My character has our symbol on it, right? Well, I made that symbol.
Temporary symbol.
Temporary symbol. So I made that temporary symbol on our shirt. I also put it on our car, right? It's on my car. So it's...
Oh, shit.
And I put my name on the license plate. I mean, it is dope, right? I mean, it's fucking, to use a really old word.
With the exception of
it's
if you're
dope,
not
huh?
It's dope,
with the exception of if you're not in a
group.
If you're not in a group and you go running out to do your missions,
you can't.
And some jackass rides past you and runs you over.
No, right. Well, that's just it. If you're going to do a mission, it will automatically put you in a group. You can't.
Now it's automatic.
Right. You cannot do any missions if you are not ready. If you make yourself ready, it'll say, okay, go do this, and then it'll either put you in a group with everybody else or you're on your own. But it says call for backup. So you can try to do it on your own. But if you don't call for backup,
you get police or criminal.
I got one of each. I've got an enforcer and I've got 2 criminals actually. But so if you're a criminal and you're going to do your mission and you don't call for backup, you show up there and you got 15 enforcers. You're not going to fucking survive. So you better call for backup. True. No, I don't survive if I've got one. I'm really bad at shooter games. I really am. But I mean, I like it because of the customization, and I love it because I can drive a car and fucking run people over. I drive
but you're
for
the kind of asshole that runs me over when I'm on my way to the mission.
No, I wouldn't.
That's the problem.
I wouldn't do that.
Because that's what pissed me off about the game.
Listen, if you're that's another thing. If I'm running on my mission, right, and somebody else comes and runs me over, and they're not either on the enforcer side or my side, then all I do is get pushed over. The car doesn't actually run me over. If I've like got my status up to a point where the cops are looking for me, whether or not I'm in a group or not, then any cop can get me. That's just part of the game, and vice versa. If the enforcer has gotten so much prestige that all the criminals are after him, then that's just part of the game. You better watch your back. But no, I mean, they can't shoot you. Your teammates can shoot you. So like if I'm running up and I want to get my partner in the car with me so I can run off to the mission, and he doesn't have to run the whole way. There's been plenty of times I run up behind him on my car, I'm blowing the horn, and the fucker steps out in front of my car. I'm like, you idiot! Sorry, dude.
I don't like that.
But the funny thing is people don't get pissy about it. They're like, oh well, fuck it, it happens.
Yeah.
So
the people you're playing with don't, but because they're like, well, fuck it, I've already been ran over 800 times already today.
Exactly.
I mean, I've every time that was pissed me off. Either that, or I would try to get into the car, and because it's a 2-seater, or no, there's been times it's been a van. Fuck a 2-seater. You go to get in the vehicle, and it's not like you just take a backseat ride, and they drive off to the objective without you, and fucking they just run you over, kill you, or
because
they get to the mission, do the mission, and they're on part 4, and you haven't gotten credit for part 1 yet.
No, see, that's just it. I've been getting credit. I've been plenty of times where I'm fucking stuck somewhere because I'm on the other side of the map, and the rest of my teammates are over there doing it, and I'm trying to get to the other side of the map, and they've moved on. I get credit for that because I'm part of that team. So it's still good. And the other part, the problem with that is if I'll be running and doing a mission, and I'll call for backup. Somebody shows up, says, okay, he's going to back you up. I'm like, cool. So I'm sitting there waiting for this fucker to show up. Meanwhile, the criminals are, taking the objectives. So I go in there, and I'm getting killed, and I realize the other guy's still on the other side of the map because he can just sit there and take credit for it if we win or lose. So I end up booting him. But, yeah. But, I mean, I'm really bad at it, but it's a fun game. I really enjoy it. I've already spent $50 on it.
Did it cost you money to upload that logo?
No, that doesn't cost me anything to make the logo. What I spent money on was because I only get 2 characters and I wanted another character slot, so I had to buy another character slot. So I bought a character slot, and then since I threw a little extra in there to see to get some weapons, right? I was like, I want some different weapons. Well, the problem is the weapons, you get them, they last 7 days.
Oh, I know. What game did we play that only guns lasted days at a time?
Yeah.
What game did
I played Combat Arms for a while. And then there was, I played Combat Arms, Bullet Run,
But the guns and combat arm would only last a little bit,
That's
right?
Stupid, man. What the fuck's the point of
combat
that?
arms was weird. Like you had
real
some
money
guns
for that shit, and it's 14 days. That's it. I'm like, what?
Well, the combat arms game though, when I started playing it eons ago, you had the option to perm weapons. You can get permanent weapons for, it was like, $10 for a pistol, $15 for this weapon,
you had to pay, like,
for that.
big time for a full for one weapon. Yeah, it's the same in APB.
Then you could get one for a day, or you could get one for a week, and the prices varied. That was the joke I told Kevin. Well, kind of a joke, but I told Kevin when I took my break from WoW was I couldn't afford to play WoW, and I was buying through microtransaction all the guns, and what I ended up with was I noticed that I had spent almost $700 on my account, but I kept saying I couldn't afford 15 to play WoW.
Right. Well, that's just it. So I spent it because I wanted an extra character slot. Well, what it was I was going to go ahead and delete the girlfriend, right? Because I'm like, I was going to delete her.
I hope she doesn't listen to this.
No, she's not even here today.
Hey, honey, I love you, but I was going to delete you anyway.
She was here. I said, well, babe, I think I'm going to delete your character. She said, what? I'm like, well, you don't play the game. You don't play these type of games. You don't like these type of games. So, and I'm not. I just made the character to show you to make the character. She's like, oh, fine, delete me, fine. So she guilted me into keeping the damn character. So then I had to buy another slot. So that's why. And then of course you can right. Well, you can only buy in certain increments, right? So in order to get the extra character slot, I had to pay X number of bills to do that. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just drop 50 on it, and I'll call it good, and I'll have all these extra coins to go back and pick up whatever I want later on. And I ended up picking up everything at one time. So, anyway, but I don't
buy.
This week I'm gonna try something else.
I buy shit in Minecraft.
This week I'm trying something else. I'm gonna get off APB because it was a lot of fun, and I love customizing the cars. I love running around. I love running people over with dump trucks. But as when it comes to shoot my gun versus their gun, I'm dead every fucking time. So. And I haven't figured out how to arrest anybody on my enforcer. Apparently they have to be like so low in health before you can arrest them. I haven't even figured out where the health bars are yet. You can't move your UI around, and of course on this big screen everything's out of eyesight. So, but I'm going to take a break on that. I'm gonna now that they got the Chinese tanks, I'll probably go back to World of Tanks for this week, and then I guess I'll play Spaceballs or whatever it is that you sent me, Spiritual Ball or whatever. Spectraball.
Listen, the game is a lot of fun. It's very simple. The physics are nice. The graphics are beautiful. The music needs to stop.
Oh, that's another thing I liked about APB. I could put my own fucking music in there. So every time I got in the car, it was playing my tunes, and everybody around me heard my fucking tunes. So I was playing like the most annoying shit I could find. It was awesome.
My horse is amazing. Look at those.
I was playing like Enya,
like, you gotta play the Amazing Horse song. It's the best song ever. Or even I ain't got time for that.
I was doing Blondie, everything else. I was playing everything that I could.
That's not annoying music. I love Blondie. Which one were you playing?
But this is APB. Everybody on here is like 6, 7, 12 years old. Yeah. And they were all
or they're 40 years old pretending to be 6, 7, 12 years old.
Well, the other thing I thought was cool was they have voice over internet, right? In game, so you can talk like we're doing now, except for in the game. And what's really cool about that is I could be chatting with somebody standing next to me, but as soon as they move off within a certain distance, they can't hear me no more. Yeah.
So it's area-based voice
within a certain you can if you're in a group, you can talk to your group no matter where they're at. But if it's just open chat, they have to be within a certain distance of your character for you to hear them. So like I would be running through the
I'd like to just point out that White Sword TV and White Sword Channel does not support smoking in any fashion, and would ask that his viewers do not smoke. It is bad for you. Go ahead, sorry.
Just for that, I'm gonna run the store and get more cigarettes. I'm gonna get a fucking cigar.
You're lucky I love you, Kevin.
Read the side of the package, children.
Yes.
It tells you right there it will kill you.
Yep.
Yes, in California, it's been found that these lead to cancer of many different kinds and low birth weights. And
low birth rates.
If you find a chick smoking menthol, she probably gives great head.
Yeah.
Don't listen to that. That's not true. It's gonna have nasty mouth. You don't want that all over your junk, kids.
Yeah.
As long as there's no
Do you know Washington, Colorado passed a law you can smoke dope now? So see, a good thing I'm not in fucking across the river.
I'm moving to Washington next week, actually.
Man, this is like, fuck. This is what are we talking about? This is great. What?
But no, I really want you to try to cap some Spectre Ball with your mic lit.
Okay. Because well, I gotta put together.
That shit will be the greatest video you ever post.
I'm still tomorrow. I'm putting together my video cap of APB because Overworld works with APB, but because you can't actually move there's no cursor on the thing, you can't turn shit on. So I was able to turn my recording on, but I couldn't turn it off. So I've got like 2 hours of me playing, and in that amount of time...
F9 is epic.
In that amount of time... No, F9 does something on APB. It opens a fucking window. Anyways, I've got like 2 hours of video I'm going to go through and edit and put on the...
that sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh,
hold on a second, Lanyard. Hold on,
I'm going to go through and I'm going to say, here's me playing APB, and it's going to be all of my death scenes back to back. I think there's like... in 2 hours, I think I died like 70 times.
That's why I stopped playing the fucking game.
It's tough. I can't play.
He says he doesn't endorse smoking yet. I've been finishing off this delightful liquor beverage here, and he says nothing.
That is a Sprite container, children. He goes to Mexican stores and he buys Mexican Sprite because it looks like the old retro Sprite bottle.
I bet he also doesn't endorse masturbation while on video. So I'm going to go ahead and...
The link he gave me a couple of days would suggest otherwise. Honk if you're beating one. So I actually had news this week. I wanted to see how you guys felt about this.
Oh, okay.
So the powerhouse in the gaming industry, THQ, took a complete shit.
I don't know if I would use the word powerhouse.
Who's THQ?
Well,
isn't that the substance in pot you're not supposed to smoke?
That's THC.
Oh. I thought THC was that group of African American girls in the 90s and the one
girl. That's TLC. Tender love and caring. Do not love me some TLC.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Oh my God.
Okay, no, what?
Don't say that because that'll make me have to take a piss.
They came out with the Saints Row games, which I think are much better than, as much as I love Grand Theft Auto, but GTA. The Saints Row games are so much better and so much more what GTA could not be. What wanted it to be, but it couldn't be.
Well, that's what APB reminded me of. It was like GTA on steroids.
But you've got classic games like Revenge of Shinobi. You've got classic games.
I was just speaking. They've done some great games.
You've got some terrible games like 50 Cent Blood in the Sand, which I played.
What?
What?
Yeah, where you get to play 50 Cent shooting at motherfuckers.
You play 50 Cent? Wait a minute, you're playing a rapper?
Yes, 50 Cent at the height of his first CD got a game deal. Which was...
They are a powerhouse now. What am I...
It was so fucking horrible.
Walk around.
But I mean, they have the Saints Row series.
Talk to Dr. Dre. Go out and shoot yourself some Tupac.
That's Biggie Smalls.
Don't listen to him, kids. Tupac and Biggie never did anything wrong.
They're not dead.
They're still alive.
They're still recording with Elvis.
Hey, you know what's so funny is I was listening to Californication, or what kind of California song from Tupac, and it's funny that he starts the song out with a Doom reference. It's the who controls the music or controls the dance floor, some shit like that. But that's the same that Doom reference, who controls the spice, rules them all, whatever. But then the video itself is like super fucking Maximum Overhead. No, that's the Stephen King car movie.
Max Headroom.
No, Maximum Overdrive. It's very
Max Headroom.
Max something.
Max Payne.
Oh, that was a good game.
It was a good movie.
Yeah,
that was a terrible movie.
Fuck you! It was a great movie. It was a great movie.
You know, Max Payne was great until you get to the end, and then it's like, where the fuck did all this demon shit come from? I mean, I will say the one level where you gotta, follow the trail of your fucking dead wife and baby And that's because they hook you up on drugs and like you start tripping balls big time, and you have to walk this trail of blood. At the same time, your wife and your child are screaming and crying, "Don't shoot me!" with the gun going off at the same time, where it was just a loop, and then you having to follow this fucking trail. It's the most fucked up thing ever in a game I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen you play Slender Man.
No, this was the worst, man. Because you got your baby yelling in stereo with your wife, and there's blood everywhere. Oh, it's so fucked up.
You get too emotionally attached to the game,
that's
bro.
what I was thinking of.
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
That's a completely different movie.
No, it looks like the Thunderdome, his music video.
We don't need another hero.
But it's also weird because it's also got some, it's got that, what's his name from fucking, Fifth Element. So it's got this weird sci-fi bullshit. No, the black guy, the one with the microphone.
Oh, yeah, really green. Yeah, him. Who is that?
It's
Chris
got
Rock?
that whole intro, that song, that whole video has got. I don't know what this has to do with anything I was thinking about. I was in Washington this weekend. Okay, guys.
There goes the train.
But it has very sci-fi-ish thing, but it's about dancing and California.
Sci-fi dancing with Tupac.
I'm watching the video right now, Kevin. It shows him snowboarding like an SSX.
No.
Wait. What? Snowboarding now? You got a rapper snowboarding?
Yes. SXF fucking video, which was a great game. I love that game, especially trying to find the snowmen and smash them all.
No, Californication. It has the dude snowboarding.
Californication. That's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You said Californication.
I don't know what I said, okay?
You talking about California Love by Tupac?
That's Coolio. Yeah. Isn't that Coolio? California.
No, California Love is Tupac.
When I said California Love.
I thought Californication's Red Hot Chili Peppers. California Love is Tupac. And
Biggie's
California knows how to party. That's Coolio, isn't it?
No,
that's a line. That's a line in the.
That's a line from California Love.
Oh,
California.
That's right. Okay. Whoops. What am I thinking of then?
I don't.
There's a Coolio song that talks about California, isn't there? Isn't it Coolio and Snoop Dogg?
Anyone knows
or is it Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre?
Is Gangsta Paradise.
Gangsta Paradise. Yeah. But I like the Amish Paradise version.
Yeah, so do I.
Definitely.
Kind of like White and Nerdy. That's probably the better of the two rap songs too.
Yeah.
Although I will have to say I didn't realize that was not Chris Rock but the other dude Chris Tucker was in that one.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
I didn't know
it's the Fifth Element thing. It's this weird beginning of the thing is like this fucking weird homage to sci-fi.
Yeah.
I saw some video the other day that had sci-fi. It was really actually pretty cool. The song sucked, but the sci-fi was awesome. Had some chick in space, like an alien space chick, and she was like floating around, and then the black rapper guy was inside of this bubble, and he was, and it was really actually a fucking badass looking video, but the song was just garbage. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
speaking of sci-fi,
because I was googling, I was looking for YouTube sci-fi rap.
No, you can't.
I hate Doctor Who.
That is a
I don't know why I was
sacrilege.
thinking about this. I am so sick of you gotta like Doctor Who. If you're gonna
I've never liked it either.
I fucking hate Doctor Who.
You know what? I watched a couple episodes of the original British one, and I was like, this show just sucks. And everybody's like, oh no, you gotta watch the new one. No, because the old one sucked.
For me, Doctor Who will always be the guy at the scarf because that's what me and my dad would watch. Do I remember anything? All I remember is fucking robots with plungers on them. Exterminate. That's all I.
You know the only thing I remember from Doctor Who.
That's all I need. That's all I need. The rest of it.
All I remember is the
stupid box. Fuck your
swirly shit. All I remember is the swirly shit behind him. That's all I remember from Doctor Who, and the ugly trench coat or whatever he was wearing.
Who.
That's all I remember from Doctor Who. I don't care.
Yeah, you can say
Doctor
Who until J.J. Abrams gets a hold of Star Wars, okay? And since he has, now we're officially fucked. We're never going to know who the actual monster is until the last 10 seconds of the movie. He's going to fuck up the story.
That lens flare we're going to get. Man, that's gonna be great. And when he comes out, that monster is going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh my god. Awesome. Whatever monster it ends up being that we won't know because it'll be some government conspiracy that covers it up.
J.J. Abrams rocks. Sorry.
Yeah, he does. I do like that.
I'm not going to say that.
Bad Robot and him.
Did you not like Super 8? Super 8 was such a great movie.
Great film.
It was okay.
What?
It was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
No.
It's far from great. I watched it 4 times just because I didn't. I was like,
wow.
Okay, at what point does this end up being?
He watched it 4 times, but he hated it. Yeah.
I've seen it once.
Dude, no.
Must have been
Kevin
must have been a bad night on Netflix.
I have a bunch of guilty pleasure films. Just like I've watched, what was that terrible fucking Stallone movie, Expendables?
Oh, that was
I watched
terrible.
that a dozen times. It's fucking horrible.
I'm actually looking forward to his new one coming out. That one actually looks pretty good.
I'm looking for the second one.
No, not the second.
The second Expendables is fucking horrible too.
No,
it's just horrible with other horrible acting.
This new Stallone movie that's coming out, that one looks good. Or it's just him chasing after his daughter or some shit.
Huh.
Yeah, him being 70 years old and trying to look badass with a shotgun.
He still looks better than fucking Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, Schwarzenegger did a tour in Office. That'll make anybody look fucking flaccid.
Yeah. Well.
Not to mention the fact that the last time he got blown was apparently from his housemaid, which is why we try.
Would you like me to clean the room in your body?
But no, I mean, look at the. Come on, really?
But they're all getting old. Look, if you watch Expendables, the thing that's so great about the Expendables, you see all those guys from the 80s, and they're just all fucking old, like Duff Lundgren. Look how old that motherfucker looks.
But
he's still badass looking.
No.
Watch the second one. Guaranteed, the person you're most envious of is still fucking Chuck Norris.
Fuck Chuck Norris.
Norris.
You watch that fucking movie, and he's the.
I didn't even know Chuck Norris was in that movie.
Like, here's Stallone and his group of badass buddies and their super powered guns, and they're completely fuck out of ammo.
Here comes Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris comes out of nowhere and takes out 25 guys and a fucking tank.
That's Chuck Norris.
And he turns around the corner with nothing more than a fucking grenade launcher and an M16.
Well, it's Chuck.
You fucking serious?
He could have showed up
with
a Bowie knife.
I'm not a big Chuck Norris fan, but come on, it's still Chuck Norris.
It's Chuck Norris. He could have showed up with a Bowie knife and an apple pie, and he would have kicked their ass.
Fucking World of Warcraft and the goddamn Barons ruined Chuck Norris for me. Goddamn Chuck Norris gross. Fuck Chuck Norris and fuck the Barons.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm glad
Chuck Norris had sex with a cow and a Tauren was born. That's all I'm saying. That's why Tauren.
See, that's the name I was going to come up with for this show. Actually, it was Barons Chat. I thought this was.
It's already a podcast called Barons Chat.
Oh, well, fuck
yeah.
They suck anyway.
Just both your guys' videos.
Videos. What?
I hate those too. No, but, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Thank God.
I was saying fuck Doctor Who.
No,
and you know what? You know who else I want to say? Fuck Felicia Day, too.
Okay.
Because you know what?
Oh, now you're going to piss off both of them.
Okay, you know what? She's not bad looking and all that, but, it's like, calm the fuck down, bitch. You're doing too much.
So much for my plans. Well, I guess I'll scratch her off the list of invites.
Yeah.
Now that Kevin disagrees.
Look, she's, I'll give her that. I just think it's that whole... You have to like this. You have to like... No, I think the stuff that she's doing is great and all, but she's just too much. She's every fucking where. She is an awesome person, and I think that everything that she does is great. I mean, I love the Guild. I love all that stuff. I hope she makes billions of dollars.
She's not making any fucking money on this shit.
But I'm just tired of her. And it's just like Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton's cool, but he's just like, okay, you're Will Wheaton. We get it. You're on Star Trek. You'll get the fun.
Have you seen Dollhouse?
Fuck that shit.
Dollhouse.
You haven't seen Dollhouse?
No. I don't watch TV.
It's one of Josh Whedon's newest movies.
Josh Whedon. Josh Whedon.
I'm talking about the kid from Star Trek.
He's talking Will Wheaton.
Isn't Will Wheaton like some offshot cousin or some bullshit?
No.
Brother?
No. No relation.
Who the fuck even pays attention to Will
Just because he has the last name of Wheaton doesn't mean they're related.
You never know.
I've got him on Twitter. He's funny. He's a funny dude.
Who, Will?
Yeah.
I couldn't handle him on Twitter.
You just said fuck Will Wheaton. Now you're saying he's a funny dude. Make up your mind.
No, I'm saying fuck Felicia Day.
Okay, I've already said so.
Oh.
Everybody already wants to. And anyway, if you're going to be obsessed with
it's
a
not
nerd.
even like it's like, oh, just fuck. No, I think she's great. I'm just tired of. I see her everywhere. It's like, okay, bitch, calm
YouTube,
down.
You're gonna see her.
I'm not talking about.
She owns YouTube now. Didn't you know that?
No,
She owns YouTube now. Yeah.
Yeah. She owns Google then.
Yeah. You know what? Here. If you want a hot nerd, have you guys had a chance to pick up or watch King of the Nerds?
Yes.
Do not. If you say fucking trade chat, I'm hanging up this fucking phone call right now.
Trade chat? What?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the pink-haired
I was gonna say
chick.
the pink-haired chick.
They just did a cosplay episode.
I missed that episode.
Oh, he left the fucking call.
Loser.
He left the video call. How can you not like that pink-haired chick?
She's cool. She's kind of cute.
She dressed like a fucking night elf. That was epic.
Did she? I haven't seen that episode yet, so don't tell me about it.
Yeah, they did a cosplay episode.
I just hope the nerdy hacker gets thrown out next.
And the next thing he's going to
back.
No, I'm not calling you back. You're out now, bro. Sorry.
Oh, good.
It's the Dat and Lanny show.
Good.
You can go to sleep. Hold on.
Now he's going to tell me he wants that fat nerdy bitch who's always screaming at people and has no talent whatsoever to win that show.
Probably. The big girl? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
She just barely avoided elimination by pure luck.
The one that cries about everything all the time.
Yeah. What's the name of the show again?
King of the Nerds. You know, the thing is the big tall guy got thrown out first day, and I was like, oh, they just totally lost that. But whatever.
Well,
he couldn't play chess.
There was only 2 or 3 hot chicks in the first place. The Asian's okay.
Yeah, she's cute.
The
She
black
kick
chick's
our ass in
attractive.
gaming.
She's nothing special. The one that kills me is the one that's like super sweet, and, but she just seems really nice.
The captain of the other one.
The captain of
the girl with the pink hair you're talking about. She's got tattoos and glasses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck her.
Okay.
Well, she dressed like a dude. They did a cosplay deal.
Listen,
she dressed like a night elf.
Okay, well, hold on.
I'm gonna tell you about Trade Chat.
I'm
gonna tell you about Trade Chat. Trade Chat is just your typical YouTube nerd girl who gets on fucking YouTube, shows her fucking cleavage, and begs for money when she wants to go somewhere. And then once she gets all her money, she like pulls down the video and be like, I'm sorry, I forgot to do a video. Oh, poor's me, I'm a girl, give me money. That's what she does on YouTube, and it's so fucking stupid, and it's everybody's like, oh, but she's a pretty girl with purple hair.
So what White Sword's saying is he didn't get picked for this show.
No, I didn't. Why would I try out?
Because you would have been awesome in it.
I just that anybody
Unless,
who just
of course, you
begs
got picked
like
for the
that.
first challenge. How good are you at chess?
I didn't give a I didn't even know she had a YouTube channel. They talked about it in her bio,
she
but I didn't know who she was.
Patch notes. The last time I watched her, she just reads patch notes.
So basically, what Sith Talk does. Thanks.
But you know what? You're not wearing like.
No, if I had them, I'd be showing them.
Welcome to Trade Chat.
I have tits, but they're not attractive.
God, I'm gonna get
we're going to read today. Rogues get mutilated, and then when they're mutilating, they can. Did you know, guys? I really wanted to go to BlizzCon this year, and let me just adjust myself. Oops, nipple. I really wanted to go to BlizzCon this year, so if you want.
Wait, there's nipple in her videos?
Yeah,
Hold on.
wish.
A little bit, though.
You're so bad that
light
pink,
pink,
you dick.
They're probably like light pink, like Dad's forehead. They're that pink.
We're gonna talk about her nipples for real.
You're the one that brought it up.
You brought it up.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? I have this. When you just do something like you, I'm playing a game.
So what she should do is walk around. She should
patch notes. When you're just reading patch notes, and she probably is beyond that now. But just when that's the last when you're reading patch notes, it's just those. Oh, it's a girl.
Maybe she should wear the horse head.
Now I would maybe have a little respect for her if she wore a horse head.
There we go.
You know, the horse head.
Horse head with cleavage.
By the police, he's okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw your interview with that obscure TV show that I've never heard of.
Oh, I know, the Right Now Media.
Yeah, and it looked like you were so excited to be there too. You were like, well, whatever. Okay, goodbye.
I don't watch the one that I recorded because the one they recorded is all fucking edited up and shit.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that.
the one that Kevin put up there. It was the honesty of the video. Like, so weren't you kind of pissed off? Nah, I'm okay with that. Like everything he said got condensed into like 5 seconds of the video, and then they're just like, what? This is more dangerous than I can carry a gun, but it's okay for me to. Well, it's not okay for me to walk around with a horse head and a fucking tripod, but it's okay if I run around with a gun as long as I'm not wearing a horse head.
Or the guy, so like,
so they completely took it out of context.
Do you think the police should go back and arrest the person or tell the person they have their eyes checked because they saw, I was like, no, I mean, hey, you never know. You're on the highway, you see a guy
driving by fast, you don't see what's in his hand.
Yeah. I mean, come on, what a stupid. I knew that question was going to get cut out because you probably felt like an idiot for saying it.
Yeah.
Well, they not only cut that, and they cut a whole lot of your commentary
out, the whole gun stuff out too.
Because Kevin was totally fine with it, and it was just the idea that they were picking on the little guy, just some random dude walking around. It's like, okay, I love Kevin to death, but he's walking around with a fucking horse head and a tripod on his chest. I mean, there is, and then they're like, well, maybe later you'll have those. And then they made the comment about him having the orange crossbow suddenly.
Right.
And I was just like, and the whole time they were trying to just get him to flame on, and Kev's so mellow, he doesn't flame on unless you talk about something that really pisses him off.
Much better, Kev. Much better. Yes, yes.
Oh man!
I don't know how well you can hear me, but
it sounds like you're talking in a fucking McDonald's.
Sounds like you're talking through a plastic horse head, actually.
Well, you guys talk about something else random. I gotta piss like a racehorse, goddamn beer.
All that beer
you just went pee before we started. What the hell?
Fucking tiny bladder.
Okay, so look, I don't want to turn. Like I said, I visited Washington this week, and this is not my excuse. I'm just telling you that I visited Washington this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a little it's because I was in Washington.
Right across the river.
my biggest thing has always been asking for money on YouTube for whatever reason. I can understand if you're asking for money on YouTube because you wanted to help with your channel, in the sense you want to help it grow, get more stuff, maybe pay for a bigger, just different backgrounds or just whatever. I have asked for money, but I've only asked for money in the sense that when I was running the Minecraft server, I asked for people to help fund it because if people were going to play on it, it's no problem throwing a couple bucks down. And it wasn't very expensive. Let's see. The only time I ever asked for money is out of goof, because I would never want nobody to ever give me money. I would feel weird if people gave me money just because.
Just because you want a new computer.
Yeah, I mean, I want one, and if you want to give me the money, I'm
more than happy to take it.
No, I feel weird taking it because it's maybe it's something where I.
So don't send it to him. Send it to.
You feel weird taking what?
Money. I just think it's weird to beg for money. Well, but then there's a service behind it. If you're but just to get on there and say I'm a hot chick, blah blah blah, whatever, and then on top of it to be like, it's so hard because I'm a girl and everybody hates me, blah blah blah. It's like you can't say it's hard to be a girl gamer, but then fucking flash what makes you a girl gamer and get what you want out of it, and then gotta be.
That Asian chick doesn't flash anything; she just kicks everybody's ass.
Like I said,
everything.
I've got tits and I'm a gamer and the world doesn't respect me because I have tits.
But then you're going to use those tits to get what you want, and then you're going to wonder why people treat you like shit.
I'm okay with being treated by tits.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. In gaming, to find a chick that's it used to be, at least when most of us were coming up and playing games, it was hard to find a chick that played. And now it's everybody's playing games. So it's not like you've suddenly got into a niche market because you're a chick.
Yeah.
Was it Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of girls gaming leagues that are sponsored by chicks. Some of the top gamers in the industry are actually gamer chicks. Yeah. And they're not unattractive by any measure.
No.
Now the one chick on the King of the Nerds, she
has nothing. All the thing she's got is Batman. That's all she knows. Oh well, actually, you're finding out.
Got like a PhD.
You're finding
out
more shit because she brings up stuff. Like the first episode, she says, "Oh well, all I've got is Batman. They're gonna kick me out of here. I don't have anything but Batman, 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 Batman." And then they have this chess thing. She goes, "Oh well, I was." On the chess team.
She was on the high school chess team.
You could have said something, bitch.
Is this the girl you're talking about? I don't know if this service works or not.
Probably not.
I don't know what service
Is that who you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, but she's much better with pink hair.
See, look at that. What?
Yeah.
You're fucking shaking your boobies and shit because you're whatever it is you're about to beg for.
Man.
See, with brown hair,
she'd probably be hot with glasses.
How do I turn this off?
She'd probably be hot with glasses.
Shit, how do I turn that off?
Well, you go up to the corner there and click the little X.
There we go. I got
it. That off. That's cool. Hey, that's gonna be in our show. keep that. We can pull up YouTube channels. Oh fuck! It's not.
Yeah.
The problem is
well,
now.
I updated to the newest one, and it said now add YouTube to your thing.
The problem is you've changed the layout, and people are only.
Oh,
shit! People watching the show only see tits. Well, okay.
Hey, we could use that as the thumbnail.
Hold on, I can fix this.
Oh.
I can fix this. Nope, I can't fix it because the screen region is wrong.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, buddy.
No, that's okay.
Technical. Now, when you turn around, you have to say, "The future is now."
Future's now.
Future is now.
Well, now, see, we only see your mouth and her tits.
Oh my God!
Or the view and change the view to 2 or.
Well, I can
see, and this is the beauty about having.
But I like this. I
guess I should have done this before the video.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't even think of it. I like this feature. However, 1 second, folks.
Sorry about that.
However, he'll have to figure out how to incorporate that into the show now that we've.
Yeah, no, that's easy. I can do that. Just keep it set up, dude. Just keep it set up. I'll do this.
I guess that's my big thing. Is
like that there. And like that, and then we do this, and people are just watching me kind of go through those motions, but that's okay. It's part of the show. That's why they like our show, because it's so fucked up.
But no, what was it? There's the comic book. Alana Celeste is the other one. She's hot. Danielle is no, it's Genevieve. That's the one. Genevieve Pearson is on that show, and she's fucking. I mean, she's not like super hot, like but she's so simple looking that it's just like, ooh, hello.
Oh, like Girl Next Door type?
Right. Like, she's not overly hot. It's just, she's just attractive.
Okay.
And she's actually worth getting in there. But Alana is in there. She's every fucking minute's a pity party. Like, if anything, a nerd at the very core is at least strengthened by themselves. This bitch has no strength whatsoever other than being just that. A cheeseburger chomping Batman fan bitch.
Yeah, and she'll probably win the damn thing, and everybody will go, "What the hell just happened there?"
Yeah.
No, if we're really lucky, by the time they get to the last 4 nerds, they call the audience in, and they're like, "Who would you vote for?" And we can completely oust the bitch.
That's only gonna happen, and that only happens in Lost.
No, maybe. Well, no.
I mean, not Lost, but Survivor.
Yeah.
They had that in the Tattoo Masters. The last couple people, like, they were like, "Who would you vote off out of these 3?"
We're back in business.
Oh, cool.
People only missed a few seconds. We got everything out there. You can turn her off now.
Anything.
I don't know how to turn her off.
You click the little box, or just go to our here. Just close it out. There's a little X at the top of the box. There should be a little X on the window.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, I don't have that. No, she's closed out on me. You got to close her out on yourself.
I can't close her out.
I have you guys
over
3.
Here. There's no box to close out. She's still playing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you just pause it and minimize it, bro.
Pause. Minimize. There. Yes. Oh, okay. Cool. Now, how did you pull that up though?
I have on the bottom. Like I said, I updated before.
There's a little link.
Mine too.
Yeah, right there at the bottom where it says Voodoo, it says YouTube.
Watch YouTube. It says YouTube, and it says watch with your friends.
Okay, and then I just pull up okay, cool. So talk on.
This is why before your shows, kids, remember to make sure and update your programs and check out the updates.
And don't play with them while they're live. After visiting Washington.
Never.
Right.
But no, I mean, it's. I don't know, dude. You give me a cosplay chick, and suddenly I'm just gamer.
Yeah, but what you just put clothes? I mean, when I think cosplay chicks, I think.
And if you watched King of the Nerds, you would see the difference in the cosplay that
she's pandering.
The Asian chick did on the other side. Hold on. The Asian chick on the other side, she did a better job of cosplaying the steampunk thing because she had this like Rubik's Cube type backpack she carried around. It had 2 guns in it. The other chick was wearing the boots and the monocle and the tech gear on the face with the aviator's helmet, and she was saying, "Oh, boot to the head, oh, boot to the head." I mean, she looked like fucking shit, but it was funny. you know. Yeah. With the other chick, she was a traditional cosplayer where she was dressed up basically like a night elf. She wouldn't say that. Oh, I'm not a night elf. I'm a blah, blah, blah. Luckily, she gets stabbed at the beginning of their scene, so it's okay.
What? Night elf. I put fucking Spock ears on, and I run around. Panda rain.
Correction, she had Spock ears and a leaf-covered brassiere and short shorts.
So let's see. I go to PETA and I say, hey, do you know those clothes that you guys wear when you're out there protesting because you wanted vegetarian burgers for Burger King? Can I borrow those? And then, oh, hey, Star Trek nerd kid, let me borrow those Spock ear things from you. And then look at me, I'm gonna dance around. I'm a night elf.
Well, that's pretty much what she did. The other guy on her team was infinitely cooler because he came on there
dance with her
full Diablo-esque. Wearing these fucking walk around stilt boot things, and he's just walking around as he was awesome. Her teammates were fucking sick. She was just.
You know, when I think cosplay, I think of people like Jessica Narigi, whatever the hell her last name is. There's a girl that has a YouTube channel. I can't remember her name, but she's been in the Blizzard costume contest multiple times. She actually went in as a like 2 years ago, the last one they had. She went in as a an angel, one of the angels, like when you die and shit. Like her whole costume was like the big wings and shit. It was really cool looking. I don't think a pandering trade chat.
But like I said, till you brought it up, I didn't even know where the fuck she was from. I just thought she was hot.
She was also on another show that was just like this. She's fucking tension whore. She was on a show for PlayStation. That's about the time I stopped watching her, when she was on the PlayStation.
Was she on G4?
No, G4's gone.
Yeah, G4 died really. Too. That was sad geek news, man.
Yeah.
To find out that the station was founded by a former director of broadcasting over at Disney, but they've seen a nonstop decrease in sponsors. They've seen a nonstop decrease in overall viewers.
Well, look, they lost their show. They lost all the Screensaver show. They changed that. That show was great. I loved Screensavers.
Well, and they changed Attack of the Show too, because Screensavers morphed into Attack of the Show, and it was basically about technology and really cool shit. And it was more intelligent geek centric. Now it's more gamer centric, and I think that's where the channel kind of dropped off. You know,
I mean, they had the MMO report, which was great, and that was
they morphed into a small segment on X-Play, which they took from a half-hour show to an hour show.
And then they had that show with fucking what's his name? I can't remember, but they had another talk show style thing where they were all sitting around a round table talking and stuff, and the guy who ran that quit. You know, so it's
they had a lot of guys. Jordan Sparks was a producer for several of their shows in the beginning time, and then he went on to produce other video games and music for video games. He even took the Zelda score to legitimate classical theaters, which was amazing. He took the 8-bit theater out and was touring the country with that. It was one of his things.
Isn't that the those guys that show up and they'll do all that shit? The Zelda, the Metroid, the fucking.
But he did it in a concerto style. So you would come in and you'd be able to hear some of the themes that you love from Final Fantasy or Legend of Zelda or even the Mario Brothers, but hear it performed by classically trained musicians.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. Music Live, isn't it, or some shit like that?
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, and they had a lot of great programming. But the problem was that they weaned away from the stuff that was just geek-centric and moved right into nothing but gamer shit. And then
that's where the money's at.
It can't. It obviously can't be.
It can't. Yeah, I think
it was maybe more money they were making than when it was all the other stuff.
I think gaming has peaked. Well, not peaked, but I think gaming it went geek stuff, then it went gaming, and now gaming's kind of tapering off, and more of the other stuff, sci-fi, books, other stuff is coming. The
problem is that in geekdom, and that's what I'm going to refer to it. In geekdom, though, gaming is a part of. It's not the center of our universe. As you know, Kevin said, most nerds you talk to will tell you that you have to love Doctor Who, or there's a dividing line in the geek world in some cases, like
Star Trek
equivalent
versus Star
to
Wars, that type of thing.
Right, which is equivalent to rock musicians loving. Well, no, not quite. More like the Beatles versus the Stones. You're either on one side or the other. But they moved away from stuff. They moved away from keeping up with tech. They moved away from keeping up with what great machinima was out there, what great anime.
Maybe they moved away from it because it's harder to keep on top of that when YouTube really, I think, destroys a lot of this stuff. Who's going to want to sit around and wait for that when I could just watch somebody else talking about it who probably has a much better in-depth and will give me the better information about what I want to hear.
Or at least,
I get that, but
or at least your own. It's like us. I mean, we talk about games, but none of us are professional gamers.
Speak for yourself.
Well,
buddy.
Other than you and Mr.
When you start getting paychecks,
Minecraft.
Ching.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, but we're more of the common guy. You know what I mean? So yeah.
But the thing is that when what they started off with were middle-aged nerds who were obsessed with tech, and then it turned into 20-somethings that were all about games, and then it became, oh, well, we need more tits. Don't get me wrong. Out of the chicks on G4, Morgan Webb is by and large.
Blonde.
No, I'm not. I don't mean to make it just. Here's this guy just complain. It's fine with girls being nerdy and all that shit. I love that. I just don't like the pandering and then the complaining about how girls aren't treated equally. And they go. There was somebody had made a post on Reddit about somebody had taken all these screenshots of different girls on Steam, and it was yes, I'm a girl. Yes, I'm a girl. Okay, we understand you're a girl. Maybe now you're only calling attention to that you're a girl. Maybe I want to play a game with you just because you're good at it, not because you're a chick.
Yeah.
It's like my nephew. I was telling him he was playing Block 2 with some chick. He's like, "Oh, I'm playing with a girl," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, but who gives a shit? Play her because she's your friend, and if she's good, and of course, because he's like, oh, I'm the best. And I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
But, and I was like, don't be a dick and kill her a lot of times because girls don't want to, nobody wants to play with you when you're going to just kill them all the time.
Girls or guys. I quit playing because because of being overganked. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you call out, oh, I'm a chick, you can't then complain about it. I have no problem with the nerdy chicks. It's fine. Believe me, I love it. One of my favorite subreddits is... Never mind. But
pop up.
Are you sure that's Reddit and not Chan?
No, trust me, it's a subreddit.
It's a subreddit.
It's not 4chan, right?
Reddit.
No.
Anyways, but what I'm saying is I got 100 problem with it, but don't fucking trivialize it. I want to play you, not. I mean, yes, it might have a little to do with your girl, but because maybe you're good at the game, and I want to hang out with other people that play the game the way I do. I could care less if you're a girl or a guy.
It is kind of nice to know on some of these these MMOs where you can play either gender to know whether you're chatting with a girl or a guy, because your character is not going to. No. The reason why is because if personal experience. Okay, I was running around on my female tune for like
I've had that happen to me.
Right? For like a year and a half with a bunch of guildies. Okay, and at the beginning when we put the guild together, I said, by the way, I'm a guy, just wanted to let you know so you didn't freak out when we talk on Vent. You'd be like, who the fuck is this? And apparently one of my guildies was not paying attention because like 6 months into it, he starts like asking me to go to coffee and shit. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. And then he starts getting really weird questions like, wait a minute, dude, hold on, stop, wait, you're fucking kidding, right? He's like, why, what do you mean? I was like, you do realize I'm a guy, right? His character went like completely silent. It was even though it was on the game, the guy's like, you could just moving. See, yeah, you could just see the guy. I swear to God, his character just went completely red, and he didn't talk. He ended up quitting the guild the next day, and then no, because he was he was completely embarrassed by it. That's why. Because But it's good to know that. I mean, I think it's good to know whether or not it's male or female.
I don't give a
I guess I don't care. Like, you mean when Savannah's a girl and when I was playing her, I used to get people all the time, and I always, yep, dude. I always say straight up front, I'm a fucking fat man, and I hope you don't care. And most of the time, people, and once they're like,
once you find out the gender, you don't care. It's just that you don't want to have some of these people that play games. They get attached to the character, dude.
Too much.
I know.
Well, if that's the case, it's a gamer scenario, just like in the gamer movie where that fat guy was eating pancakes and syrup, beating one loose to the society's game.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit who is who. I mean, yes, it does help me if I'm going to have to talk to you and vent to know what you are.
Exactly.
But outside of that, I don't care if I'm in an MMO world or if I'm in a shooter.
I'm not saying you have to run around with a little flag on your head. I'm just saying. I'm just saying there are times when it's kind of important to know. Well, not important, but it's nice to know.
I will say.
Well, I mean, if you wouldn't have led the guy on and taken his offer to coffee, maybe he would have been so embarrassed to find out he was about to.
It was like because it was a simple thing.
Proposition sausage swallowing.
Because he lived only a few miles away, and I drove by that way all the time. And I stopped there at a truck stop when I stopped to get lunch and shit. He's like, "Oh well, that'd be cool. Maybe would you like just stop and we can have a coffee or something." And at that point, it was like, "Yeah, okay, cool. That'd be kind of cool to see him." And and I was like, at that point, it was like, yeah, I mean, that's no problem.
But then it was in your mind, you thought he knew that.
Right. And then he was acting a little weird towards my character, and I was like goofing back because I thought he was because he was flirting with the character. And apparently he wasn't, and when that happened, I actually ended up, at first I kind of thought it was funny, but then when I realized it really, like, fucked him up, I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry about that. I just thought you knew. And I was trying to think, was I leading him on? That type of thing, but it wasn't. It was just that he just had that, for some reason, he just clicked on the character, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe you should have dyed your hair and.
It was a female. It was a human female on WoW. It's not even the attractive one. Thank God I wasn't a fucking Draenei. Whew.
Yeah. You know what? I never liked the argument where it's like, oh, guys only play girl characters, so stare at their ass. When I played MUDs for many, many years, girls characters in the setup of the game always had higher intelligence and higher wisdom, and made them better casters.
Which makes you wonder why in the world, I mean, most of the MMO writers are dudes. Did we seriously just toss that one under the rug? That's kind of fucked up.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I like the fact that when you make a chick tune on almost all these games, you can actually make them homely.
Well, exactly.
But you run through the game.
You
could.
They're wearing like this really super low cut shit that comes like right here.
But you run through the game.
When the guy wears, he's like.
When you run through the game, you will never see a homely freaking, homely female tune, ever.
Yeah.
Unless you play some of the ones, because I make some fucked up looking characters just for fun. So.
But I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
I just. It's one of those things, like, if you're trying to get involved with someone that's behind the character, I tell everyone, if you're going to play an MMO or you're going to play online,
not a dating service.
Just assume automatically that any chick
guys
running around is a dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it happened to my nephew, it happened to some of my tunes.
Yep.
It's like, I didn't want this particular female. It's just the best body I could come up with.
Yeah.
I've got to spend 8 hours a day staring at it. It might as well be appeasing.
It's a cartoon. I guess I don't even think about that.
Yeah.
I play my Paladin.
If it was Borderlands, I wouldn't think of it because the Borderlands are all cell shaded.
I guess that's just how I look at it. Like when I'm playing my tune, I'm running down. I'm not staring at Savon's ass. Ooh, yeah, baby, shake that troll ass.
No, no. When I make a girl tune, I make her hot. Period.
Well, of course we do.
Well, I don't know. Not all the time. Not all the time. I have made a couple chunky girls just for the fun and giggles of it.
Well,
then you find the really small bra, put them on a G-string, and then have them run.
Well, and we all did.
And there's people like you that degrade women, that make them the sexual objects that people treat them like. Listen, Jesus criminy, man.
Bad daddy, there wouldn't be any strippers, there wouldn't be any porn, and then what would I masturbate to on my high-speed connection when I was in between?
You got a wife right next to you.
Sometimes she sleeps.
So?
You ever try to wake up a woman?
That ever stopped you? All right, my point exactly. Yes, we're talking about you, Pseudo.
Yeah. Did you hear was that slap audible?
Yeah,
I've already gotten hit twice. Oh, but I don't know, man. We're like 5 pages from where we were.
Wow, we haven't even gotten on the track.
We've covered like 19 topics already today, and we haven't covered one.
Let's hang up and start over.
Oh no, that's not gonna work.
No, that's not gonna work.
I did notice that in my Steam list, Soren from Sith Strategies or SWTOR Strategies is actually Sergeant Banter.
Oh, is that who that is?
So,
okay. I was wondering who it was, because he's on my list, too.
Yeah. But I don't know. As far as sexuality, as far as girls in gaming,
we're done with that conversation.
It doesn't really.
Well, no, we were talking about sexuality. Well, let's talk about how the new thing with the SWTOR and the gay stuff. I mean,
I don't want to get into that.
They're still alluding to it, dude, and it has no provocation. There's no reasoning for it. I mean, the idea
does that really matter to you in the long run? I mean,
it doesn't matter. I guess if I was gay, it would be a big deal. I'm not even going to turn it into like a gay thing, but in the long run, I mean, Fable 3 was the only game I think I've ever played. I mean, I did just start playing Mass Effect 2, but Fable 3 was the only game that I know that where I could marry a dude and had dudes hitting on me in the game. And I guess in the long run, I just didn't think about it when I was playing the game, didn't care. I guess it's one of those things, I guess, if, you know, and I guess maybe because I'm straight, so it's like, of course you don't care, you're straight. You get to, but it's like, I guess I just wouldn't care either way, but in the long run, that's not going to make or break a game for me, because I don't think about sexual stuff like that when I'm playing a game. It would only make or break a game for me if that, because I am straight, because if the game was focused around that. If it was a you know,
if it was a forced attitude in the game,
right? Then I wouldn't play it.
It would turn, but I think it would turn me off too if it was you got to have straight sex. Like I'm not playing because I want to have sex. I'm not playing sex video games.
Oh. Well, and there's an entire genre of games devoted to that that idea, and they don't have a place in the standard gaming realm. I mean, they really don't.
And you know what? I think whatever you do in your bedroom, who fucking cares? I don't want to see it in my games. I don't want to see it on the TV. You know what? More power if you're gay. More power to you. You should get married. You should be able to have all the same stuff that everybody else has. But it's just
I don't. But see, my thing is I don't see any problem if they were to introduce it to the game. I don't see any necessity to the game, and that's where it lies with me. Where does it set in the realm of the game? Is it necessitated because it's just a user want so that we can placate more people, or is it something that would add a level to the game?
It wouldn't, because the only reason I wanted lesbians in SWTOR is so Siobhan can marry some chick.
Yeah.
To me, that's all it would come down to, to be like, okay, look, she doesn't have to marry a guy, because I'm a guy playing a girl character. I don't want to marry a guy. I'd rather have my character marry something that I would want to marry, and I'd want to marry a chick. So if I could turn Siobhan in SWTOR to lesbian, she'd marry that fucking one with the blue stripe things on her head. You know?
Squid chick.
Not the fucking black guy that gave me AIDS and where I got all fucked up. But and that's not because he's black, because he fucked me up. He gave me AIDS. We'll play that game and he'll give you AIDS too.
Space AIDS.
You know, I guess you know, like I think of like stuff like that where it's like I don't think it's a game breaker. I mean, I understand there's people out there who are like, well, you should represent me. I'm like, well, but when I'm playing WoW or I'm playing these games, I'm not thinking of the character's sexual orientation. Ooh. It's not fair. I can't show what I'm doing because we're not in Washington. But it doesn't matter to me, and I get, you know, people always, it doesn't matter to you because you're straight. But I guess, like, if I'm playing Fable, I'm not thinking about my character's sex. I mean, yes, you can have sex in the game because you can have kids or you can adopt kids, and it wouldn't matter. But I mean, if there
can't you adopt kids in Skyrim too?
Yes, you can do that now. But I do think that it's good that they did. I mean, since I'm not thinking about it, but the option is there. You should cover both sides.
There, that's fine.
Since SWTOR does have a dating
as long as it's an option.
As
long as it's an option.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The option should be there. It's the fact that SWTOR did put dating and gathering rep. I should be able to, if I wanted to, as a male, gather rep with whoever male character I want to, and be able to marry that male character, just as I should be as a female character should be able to marry a female character. If they can do it for the straight.
Well, let's change the spectrum of it a little bit, okay? Let's take it into the story mode. The whole point of this game, the whole reason anybody loves SWTOR, the whole reason we play it, the whole reason we started Sith Talk was because the amazing stories, right?
Well, yeah.
At what point in the game does adding that to the game or keeping it out of the game add or subtract from the story?
But they added cutscenes for stuff that later on in the game. Since I didn't marry the black guy, and since I didn't go out with the who was the pirate guy, I then lose out on that stuff in the game because I chose not to get married, and because I had no other option, because I thought they were going to add all that stuff in later, but then I'm missing out, like, since because Lord Kevin didn't
procreate.
Yeah, so I probably won't, or not. You're
not going to have any little Lord Kevins.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I won't. I never had those options for those cutscenes, and as somebody who might be gay, who's like, that's not fair that I don't get to see this unless I choose something opposite I am.
But you don't get to see it anyway. It's not like the relationship. It's not like the relationships between people.
Once you're married and they say thank you very much, that's it. It's over. Yeah, you don't ever talk to them again.
You might have kissed Mako. Why couldn't you kiss?
Who cares?
The Imperial guy who's your healer.
Yeah. Because he was in love with his stupid hologram chick?
I don't know. I'm just saying, if they're going to put the option there, I think the option would be for both.
I find it to be an irrelevant argument.
That's great.
Tabling that issue.
It's on the table. There we go.
Speaking of Skyrim,
yes.
I was playing. I've been playing so much Skyrim.
Right. The beta's not open for that EOS, is it yet?
No.
Okay.
No, not
beyond. They're taking entries.
Okay, but I never played Skyrim myself, but I watched a lot of the video. Okay, is it going to be basically like Skyrim except for MMO?
It's going to be like Skyrim, but I think 10,000 years before actual Morrowind too.
Don't really care
so it's
going
to have that same, because I guess the whole time they were making Skyrim, they've been making this MMO at the same time.
But what I'm saying is, that I know in Skyrim you can get a house, you can buy houses.
Who knows?
You put shit all over the place. I was watching this thing where this guy had 12 houses, and
I've got 2.
He's running to different houses, going, okay, and this is where my stuff is stored for here, and this is where I'm like, dude, I'd have to have a catalog to know where all this crap is.
Well, there's a mod that I use on the PC. That's the thing about playing on the PC. There's a mod I can get that allows me to teleport to my houses, because not only can you own the houses pre the DLC, but after the DLC, you can actually buy and build your own houses in the game.
Okay. So I'm wondering if they're going to have that in the MMO too.
As far as the MMO goes, the stuff that I've gleaned from watching videos on the people who have gotten to play the alpha, and the videos that they've released themselves, what little they are, and a lot of them are cinematic based. They want to retain the story and the single player aspect of the game, but they're going to they're working on world PvP, which is going to be similar to what Guild Wars did with the world battles.
Yeah.
But they've elevated that side, like I was telling Kevin, they've elevated that in the fact that you can either join in the battle and go and try to take objectives, or you could very much Alteric Valley it and just do missions inside to help raise the equipment or the resources needed to continue the battle. As far as the in-game experience, you'll have the opportunity for fighting as a group, but it's not necessitated.
I think
because if you attack a mob there and say they're taking down some massive boss, right? And you're over there, you're not in their group, but you're whacking away at it anyway. When it dies, you get experience, you get loot, and you get money from it either way.
I think that's where MMOs are going. I really think that's the line they're going. Is they're going to be set up as an MMO / single player. So that way they can
like SWTOR.
Like SWTOR. Yeah. So you can
which was great.
Because a lot of people will play the game because they like the single player mode. But
it also kind of sucks when you're trying to get the people in the single-player mode mind. It's like, hey, but we should probably just group up because we're all going to do the same. I don't want to play with you. I'm playing the game by myself.
Well, that's fine.
The other thing,
that's just the way it is.
The other thing that they're introducing, though, is the idea that if you are a certain you have a certain mindset going into the game, you can choose to be included into a smaller pool. I told you, Lanyard, on Sith Talk that. You can choose that if you want to only be with adults, or you're PvP centric, or you're story centric, or you're in game. That's your mentality all the time. Then you can be included specifically in that group, and you'll never have to worry about it. You'll always have a group of people that are basically there doing the same thing you do.
Well, but you have the option also of doing just open, right? I mean, just saying
because that way you're not stuck
doing PvP all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And the idea of the PvP system is interesting. The fact that they've lumped together each one of the groups in their own respective zone starts you off with the idea that basically you have a warring faction, one of the 3 factions you're against, but it has a total of something like 9 species that you're starting from. So you have a wide variety of characters, three in each right now, previous to the beta opening, that are able to work as a team or just say and do their own thing. You know, you don't have to do any single objective as a group, but it's also encouraging you to be in a group, because if you're going to be taking down the monsters together anyway, might as well be in the same group and share the experience.
Yeah.
And that works out really well. But the storytelling is from the idea, at least initially in the game, they're saying that the story and development of your character can be single player. What they're really, the important things or the most interesting things that they're sticking to that are Elder Scrolls specific are the fact that they're going with a very minimalist HUD. You will be lucky to see much more than your cursor on screen, your availability for flasks, and a mini-map, and the traditional compass that you get.
Well, that's if they keep it like they do with Skyrim, which you don't see any of that unless you go out of your way, which is great because, you know, I played on 32-inch TV, and sometimes I get so annoyed because there's like, why is there all this extra bullshit?
Yeah.
Clear all that out. Okay, 1 through 9, I always understand. We'll do some kind of hotkey. I'll figure it out. I don't need you to have my because in Mass Effect it has the up there so far. I mean, I'm not very far, and I just started.
I bought it for you almost 2 years ago.
Well, hey, at least have we played Skyrim yet?
Yeah, I've got an hour and a half logged in.
Oh, an hour and a half.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so shut up. I've got like 10 billion hours into Skyrim.
Yeah, I've got like almost 100 hours logged into Battlefield before my power supply died.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have used a fork.
It was a paperclip.
Hey, this could be used a fork or a trident.
Here's your fork. Here's your fork.
But no, so I've been playing a lot of Skyrim a lot lately, and I'm really enjoying it still. I just had to take a break and just find something else to do. And I was like, you know, I've got that Mass Effect game, and yeah, Dad, you did buy that for me a while ago. But it's not bad so far. I'm going through, and I just met the elusive man, and I wanted to talk about fucking characters that stupid elusive man, the fucking anything where I'm the mysterious bad guy that you only see the eyes and the shadow, like in Half-Life 2 when he would kind of, ooh, I'm the bad guy, Mr. Freeman. Anything like that. It's like, okay, you're the fucking bad guy, and your name is Robert. You know, and you were probably like an asshole kid. People picked on you, and now you're the elusive man. Ooh.
Speaking of the elusive man, apparently our buddy Sassarin is playing Secret World.
Is he?
Sass is playing Secret World?
Sass is playing Secret World?
I was talking to him the other day in Minecraft.
Okay, I was looking up because I thought I had saw something about...
When you turn around, you're supposed to say, the future is now.
The future is now.
Welcome to the world of the future.
I was looking up because I thought I had heard somewhere that Dust was actually going into beta, which is EVE Online's ground game.
Oh,
and
that'd be interesting.
I was just looking that up, and it looks like it is in beta, and I'm going to sign up for it because
Are they going to play it like? Are they going to play it like EVE?
It's going to be EVE, and then you can land on planets and have your character running around shooting people in the game.
No, I tried so hard.
That game drove me fucking nuts.
But Dust is completely different because EVE is the space part. Dust is on ground. Your mech warriors. You're attacking people. You're shooting people. There's wars on. You're trying to take over planets and blah 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 blah. I haven't read a lot into it, but Dust was a separate game, and now they're merging the two together, and it's in beta. And that
I'm gonna sign up for that.
I'm going to.
I got an invite for Sims 2 or the new Sims game coming out.
I signed up for that.
Yeah. I didn't get an invite for it. I've gotten invites for everything else though.
I block a lot of that shit. I get tired of getting in. Every once in a while, some will get in, but
I don't mind. I like getting some of them. Some of the ones I've enjoyed the World of Planes until I found out I can't play it.
Yeah, that looks good.
Because I can't play it. Not because it's not good. It's a great fucking game. I just suck at it.
I think EVE is such an amazing game.
It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful game.
It's so. I could just sit around and float in space.
You have to spend so much time to get anywhere.
And so. I just couldn't do it because it was just too crazy. But I love Eva's got, out of all the fucking MMOs that have ever come out, any game Eva's had the most awesome controversies ever to go along with their game.
Yep.
And the game and the fact that the developers are like, well, do something about it.
Yep.
They're like, we're not gonna take over and start banning people. It's like it's a game where you can kill other people.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, it's just such a great game.
I love the concept behind the game. Here's our universe. Have fun.
Do whatever you want, and if you just so happen to screw thousands of people out of thousands and thousands of dollars in real life, it's like that. I think the last I heard, some guy was trying to sneak like a couple $1,000s of ISKs or whatever their money is called across the thing, and he just stumbled across some people that were waiting for him, and he literally lost thousands of dollars in real life money over being stupid because he thought he could sneak through something.
Yep, he probably loaded his ship full of Dex, which is the Dex is the kind of like that you pay for game time. Right, and then you can transfer game time into Dex, and Dex is kind of like an in-game player card, so to speak. So you can put them on the auction house, and people can buy it with in-game money and buy game time that way. And
from all inside the game.
Right. So and then when they do that, he gets So he had a ship full of basically a bunch of these Dex cards that he was transferring to the other side because auction houses are in sectors rather than universe-wide.
Universal,
right. So you have to go to separate places. Well, you don't have to go to. You can buy them, but in certain areas they're a higher market, lower market, that type of thing. So he was transporting his cargo to the other side of the universe where he would get more money for it. And somebody found his ship, blew up his ship, took all his Dex, and they got all his game time.
And it was literally a lifetime
part of the game.
Payment.
You shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket, buddy.
That is amazing. That's and it's like it was supposed to be like it was enough for a lifetime subscription of the game for multiple lifetime. I mean, stuff like that where that kind of danger of like
you don't do it, dumbass. You know,
it's not
if
like
you go into the game knowing that
if
you would
die, you just get.
You should. You know, if you go into the game knowing that can happen, you don't do it.
And you know, my favorite.
You know? I mean, it's like, hello.
And of everything that's ever come out of Eve, the best fucking story is the guy who robbed every single player in the game by making the fake bank and then put a bounty on himself and said, "Come at me, bro."
Yep. And I love the bounties too. You know, $888 billion if you can kill this guy.
He put his own bounty on his head and said, "Come at me, bro. What are you gonna do?" But the biggest fucking ship. What other game can you do that in and get away with
Nothing.
it?
That's why I love the Eve universe because
if there was WoW in general, Blizzard would have stepped in. You can't do that.
Gotta give you
back
know what
it was?
Stuff.
This is the same thing that happened in Guild Wars. The first one was when they added factions. They put in a part of the game where guilds can control certain parts of the map.
Awesome.
Literally, where you were literally locked out of the map. There would be a gate that said you have to be part of this guild or one of their friends. And that was cool, but then everybody just started joining that big guild. It became so big that they never lost the... but then they would reset it, and they would just...
Don't tell me. The developers came in and said, that's not fair, we're going to change things.
Well, no, they put in a reset timer on it.
Oh. Well... As long as it's a decent amount of time. See, like I've always thought it'd be cool, like in when I was playing WoW, that you know how we go in and we raided Crossroads. That'd be great if we could raid Crossroads and make it ours for a certain. Like, okay, this is the Alliance. We put our flag up. This is our fucking place. Our merchants now are here.
Well, see, that's how we already own the Crossroad because we only play the good race.
I know, but you know what I mean. But then,
I know.
And then it'd be yours, and then it would just reset. It would reset at the end of the week, or unless the Horde came back and took it. That would make World PvP
They did that with Wintergrass. And you know, I don't understand. They did that with they started doing that with the PvP sections.
Yeah, but it was Wintergrass. You couldn't just walk through the front door. You had to fly in, but still, it was kind of minimal. It wasn't really a city. And not only that, it was
but it had
every
you
hour,
couldn't get to the dungeons
every 2 hours or something like that. It would reset.
Remember, Dad? We would try to be raiding. We would try to go raid, and we would be like, "Shit, we have to take Wintergrass before we can even raid the content."
Entire guild of non-PvPers, and what did we have to do? PvP, just so we could ensure the idea that we could go and do our raid we had scheduled that night.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we scheduled the Wintergrass raid, that was one of the best parts, and we were like, oh shit, we don't have it. Well, when's the next sign up? In 2 hours. Fuck.
Yeah. And Landry, they did kind of do that.
Because that's how long it takes to get a raid together anyway.
They did that. They pretty much took what you're saying with Crossroads when they did that in the Grand with that area where you had to blow. Yeah, where then even after you won it, the NPCs disappeared and became.
But that's true. They did do it like that. But the problem was there was only one town, Holla. Well, you got some pretty decent stuff out of there. Yeah, but nowadays you can skip right over to fucking town. You can skip over that entire area.
You can skip over all of BC. You just spend all your time in Hellfire. And you just stay in Hellfire until you get to
for like a day and a half, and then you're out of there. Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is if they had made every town like that, except for the major cities. Well, even the major cities. Fuck it. Raiding the major city would be freaking. You imagine going into into Stormwind and actually fucking taking over part of Stormwind?
People would complain too much.
Fuck them. That's why.
And I agree with you. I think it'd be kind of cool. You know what? That's why you have multiple cities.
That's why I liked Eve, because Eve's development thing would say, "Oh, you said they complain too much." Eve says, "Fuck them."
So, take it back.
Take it back. That's right. I mean, that's the mentality of the game that I want.
Eve has such a great, and the thing about Eve is that since it's been around and it hasn't really changed their gameplay.
9 years.
The kids and the fucking and the casuals can't get in there and complain and make it casual easy. You gotta know all that. I was watching some videos on YouTube and I'm like,
you can be a casual Eve player, but you're never gonna make it in the universe. You're just gonna
because you gotta be like Lanyard, who would be driving his truck around.
Yep.
Logged in through VNC, playing Eve on his phone as he's driving down the highway. I got a mine, Kevin. I got a mine, Kevin.
Yep, I'm mining.
But no, that's the thing about the game. That's the thing that I think that it has its foothold in the gaming world where no other. There can never be a game like Eve again. Too many people would complain. Eve got in so early and so quick, and the people
the people that are in Eve that play long time, they're there. I mean, these people are, and not only that, they're business smart. A lot of these people are really business smart.
Most of the people I've come across that play Eve are fucking super smart people. Because it's not just fly your ship around, collect mine. It's we got to strategize. I mean, watch.
You don't make a guild.
On YouTube.
You don't make a guild to get together and go raid. You make a corporation to make fucking money.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
I'm going to be the opposite side of this and say that I actually couldn't stand Eve. I understand that it's a beautiful universe, but I couldn't understand it. I couldn't deal with it. But I will point out something. I was going through the Steam library because I had thought about trying it out again for shits and giggles because there's a 15-day trial and But I don't like the idea of paying to play a second monthly subscription. But this is the first, and I don't know if you guys knew this or even thought about it. Play for free. Established players can eventually pay for their game with in-game money.
Yes,
that's what we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. The idea that it effectively would be a free-to-play game.
Yep.
You could literally take advantage of their auction housing system and pay for it. But
you got to bust your ass to make money because that shit's not cheap.
Yeah,
well, I'm sure it's not.
But that's what I'm saying. That's just like with Loan with Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 did the exact same thing where, yes, you could give us money to buy all this stuff on our auction house, or you can use all the in-game currency. You could use the in-game currency not only to buy items in the game, but to upgrade your version of the game to a higher version.
That's what I was talking about with SWTOR. You could start a free-to-player. And if you earn enough in-game credits, you can virtually buy all your shit back that you lost from being a free-to-player through the guild house or through the GTN through the auction house. Other than a few minor things like you could virtually be a sub player. You just buy it with credits.
And that's the thing. I mean, I like that the option's there to give me the money if I want to just do it. But the option that's also there that says if I just bust my ass, I can pay for this stuff with the in-game money.
You're gonna have to bust your ass, but at least that keeps you playing. You see?
Yeah, and that's what they're gonna want, that stubborn guy who's gonna be like, well, I'll just play for free and never pay for anything. But after, I mean, you're always gonna, okay, maybe I'll just give up a little and give some in.
Yep.
But if you know that you got a good enough system down, you understand the auction house, and you understand how it's working for. I look at these people who get in WoW who are like, oh, I maxed out on my gold, I maxed out on the gold. There's nothing you can buy with it. You can't then turn that gold into currency to buy something else. Now
you can't turn that. You cannot turn that gold into a month subscription.
Exactly. You can't even take that money and then put it in another.
That's entirely true.
True, that is true.
You can't do it legally via their EULA.
Okay,
I'm
talking through the game setup system. You cannot buy it that way. It's not like you can go to Mr. Goblin in Ratchet and say, I'd like to buy a month subscription. Here's 1 million gold.
I remember the last time I tried buying gold, the person I was buying gold from was flagged and kept on getting killed. I was like, damn it.
Dumbass, turn your freaking...
No, yeah.
At least it wasn't some other game where now your gold just got picked up by the dude that stole it, that killed him.
Oh, yeah, that sucks too.
Oh, yeah, shit. Buy a whole bunch of shit on fucking Eve and have somebody show up and destroy their shit.
Yep.
Oh, motherfucker.
That's... Well, I remember the first time I played Eve, I logged in. And it said, they were teaching us how to lock in and attack other targets. And I locked in on a target that I thought was it. Apparently, in the training zone, they put a security fucking a space station that will kill you while you're training.
Yep. You can also, if you happen to know where the training areas are, you can fly in as a bad guy and just fly in there and just sit in there with the training drones. And then when the newbie comes in and tries to attack, you blow him away.
I just started the game, and here I am in a escape pod.
And then if you target them, blow their ship up and target their pod while they're sitting there going, what the fuck just happened? You target their pod and then kill their character.
Or the dumbest aspect of the game, you can spend an hour customizing the look of your character that you will never see again.
No, that's not true. I thought you can get off the stations.
No, you might be able to get off the stations now, but the last time I watched, you can walk around the station now as a character.
Yeah, that was...
But when I started playing it,
when you first started playing it, it was just an identification card. Yep.
Yeah, it was an ID card. You didn't do anything. You didn't go anywhere.
Now you have an actual avatar.
Now you're making me want to play.
They made the avatar so that because they knew they were going to be introducing dust, and so that your avatar can actually now go on planet, off on the station, and everything else. But that's what they're working on.
But that's just it. It was a thought later.
Right.
Don't give me the option to completely customize my character. Spend 4 hours picking noses, eyeballs, and skin, and all
maybe
this
it was
other
the thought
shit.
that was already there.
Dude, you think if you spent an hour just doing the face, now you get an entire body.
Yeah.
Well, whoop-de-fucking-do.
No, now you spend
So
more
I get to spend 3 hours and I can walk around a single space station. Oh, fucking blah-blah-blah-blah.
At the moment.
What, how about upgrading weapons and upgrading skills? The shit that takes 48 hours, like 48. In real time.
Fuck, 48. That's only the starter time. That's only the starter. That's only the starter stuff. You want to fly the big fucking massive ships? Yeah, you'll be there for a year getting training.
But you need to be a new player, and that's the one thing that I know.
You want to start out being able to. You want to start out.
You either need to find someone who's already got their corporation set up and is willing to deal with the scrub, or B. Open a wiki page and win for hours.
They have scrub corporations. Yeah. When you join in, you can join a general corporation.
I know.
Or you can join the noob corporation. There's a noob corporation that the people that run it are all about helping people that get started. Yep.
Because they want their community to grow. They understand that it's a certain niche of people. Because it really is a certain niche of people that are going to play EVE. So, I mean, you get the guilds out there like that are going to help the noob. They're going to want to help them because it is such a fascinating game that once you get past all the craziness and you just really enjoy the game, it's pretty fucking cool. Like I said, I love watching the videos on YouTube. They're crazy. I couldn't sit there and play that.
If you're a person, but if you're a gamer that wants to go, from start to end game in the first month, it's not going to happen in EVE.
For you.
One, there is no end game in EVE. So
just the fact that it takes days sometimes to train up weapons and stuff,
it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's the hardest part about that game is the learning curve.
Huge patience, lots of patience in that game.
And you can get in hack and slash in any other MMO on the planet and enjoy basic terrestrial beauty, but in this game, it requires a huge learning curve.
And a lot
it requires
of time.
a lot of teamwork.
A lot of time.
Just to make sure you don't get raped.
It's
by
the one game I think that if you're gonna play PvP, that when you die in a PvP match in a game like that, you feel more. Like it's going to affect you more than dying in PvP.
Wow. In PvP, you're just pissed because it's taken 13 seconds to respawn.
And if they haven't blown up or broken your ship, it's like you're doing everything you can to get away. They blow up your ship. It's like
your ship's gone.
All that
time.
I'm aware.
All that money.
I'm fucking aware. I know because I had that basic ship, and I'm like, I'm going to do a mining job.
I'm just saying in general that's the only game that's going to be out there that's PvP related that's going to affect you, literally affect you in time, money, and all that stuff. If you die in that in PvP, you're not just like, well, let me just run back to my. It's like, I gotta start all over.
It's not PvP. It's fucking death.
Yep.
Because you get in there and if you only have one ship and you're like, oh, well, I know I need to make.
You got to make sure you have insurance on the ship. If you get insurance on the ship, you get a new ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, not something that was in that fucking tutorial.
Not in the tutorial. No.
Okay. No. The tutorial is bullshit. There is no tutorial.
It's basic,
just
very basic. This
Here's
is how
your
you
ship.
fly.
Here's how you shoot. Here's how you mine. Now go have fun.
Yep. Oh, you want to learn more? Get online. Read it. Yep.
I'm gonna go and reinstall fucking Eve now, and remember how much I like hate it.
I will, and I'll see
like and hate it. Yeah. Yeah. I won't install it because I just don't have enough time.
I'm going to call it an end.
Okay.
We're all obsessing over a game that I hate, and I'm now trying to play. Okay.
Oh, so we're going to end it because you don't want to talk about Eve?
Because I'm fucking hungry and I'm fat.
Yeah.
While you're sitting there with your munchies, and I'm out of beer.
I don't got no munchies here.
I could have swore I heard a bag of some sort.
No, he's squishing his Gatorade bottle.
That's my Gatorade.
All right, well then, wrap us up. Wrap us up, Dad.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for your support. Thanks for another week. And if you want more, click the Want More button. If you want more, tell White Sword on his channel. Tell Sith Talk channel. For that, beyond that, I'm going to say I got shit to do. Lanyard, Kevin, anything?
Nope. Oh my gosh.
God damn it.